What is up, y'all? Dylan back here. In this video, I'm going to talk about the Braves and the Falcons. Before I get to that, I'm hungry. I'm going to make me a sandwich. Get the bread. Cheese and honey ham. Now, alright. Now, first I want to talk about the Braves just real quick. They've lost 2 straight. They split their 2-game series against the Boston Red Sox. And so right now they are in Toronto playing the Blue Jays. They lost game 1 last night, and the Braves are currently winning game 2, 2-0. Well, could be 2-1 by now because the Blue Jays have a man on second with no out. Now, make sure it still is 2-0. Yes, it is still 2-0. Bryce Elder just struck out a batter. So there's now 1 on second with 1 out. So right now, the Braves have the best record in the National League. Well, I think they do. They did last time I checked. I think they do. Don't quote me on that. And so like I said, the Braves are still in first place in the NL East by a good margin. So, unfortunately, the Braves did lose 2 of their starting pitchers for at least 2 months, and that is Kyle Wright and Max Fried. And so, I imagine in my opinion, the Braves need to bring Soroka back up. I mean, we got to bring him back up at some point. I know he hasn't pitched in the major leagues in 2.5 years now, but overall, he's looked good in Gwinnett, except for 1 bad start. So, we'll see what the Braves do. Now, first, before I get to the Falcons, I want to give my thoughts and prayers to BBD. I saw on Facebook last night that he had some, I think, gallbladder surgery, and he's having complications from that surgery. And so my thoughts and prayers go out to BBD. Anyway, before I get into the Falcons' schedule, for the people that saw it, the Falcons changed their chain on Twitter. The Falcons' Twitter page changed their name from the Falcons to the Red Stallions. There's a story behind that. Thursday night. Was it Thursday? Yeah. Thursday night. NFL schedules got released. And teams now make that a big deal. And so, here's why the Falcons changed their Twitter header from Falcons to Red Stallions. The Tennessee Titans posted a video of their schedule reveal. They were asking people in downtown Nashville, like non-football fans. Well, this one blonde-headed girl saw the Falcons logo, I guess, and she said she called them the Red Stallions. And so, because of that, whoever runs the Falcons Twitter page decided to run with that joke. Now, look, it's just that, okay? The Falcons changing their Twitter to the Red Stallions, it's just that. It's just a joke. It's not meant to be taken seriously. A joke. That's all it is. It's just a joke. So it's not meant to be taken seriously. Now, hang on. Let me get my phone. Okay. Alright, let me pull up the Falcons schedule. Y'all just give me a minute. In just a minute. Alright. Pull up the ESPN app. So, it's now 2-1 Braves. Blue Jays have scored a run. Now, alright, here we go. The Falcons 2023 schedule. Week 1. On Sunday, September the 10th, the Falcons will open up at home against the Carolina Panthers. So that means the Falcons have to play Bryce Young in his first game. Well, assuming that Bryce Young is the starting quarterback for the Panthers in Week 1. You can't really guarantee that because the Panthers did sign veteran quarterback Andy Dalton, so you can't. So right now, you can't really say that Bryce Young's going to start because we just don't know. So then, Week 2. On Sunday, September 17th. Oh, by the way, the game against the Panthers will be a 12 o'clock game on Fox. Well, hopefully on Fox. Hoping my local Fox carries the game, but I have my doubts. But then, on Week 2, Sunday, September 17th, at 12 o'clock on Fox, the Falcons will be at home again against the Green Bay Packers, who do not have Aaron Rodgers anymore. And so they're going to have Jordan Love as their quarterback. So that'll be an interesting game. Week 3 on Sunday, September 24th, 12 o'clock on Fox. The Falcons have their first road game. They go to Detroit, play the Detroit Lions. That'll be an interesting game because the Lions are supposed to be an improved team this year. So that ought to be interesting. Hang on. So then on Sunday, October the 1st, at 8:30. Now this here says ESPN. Now this here says ESPN Plus, but if I remember correctly, I think the London game. I really don't know what channel this game is on. It says ESPN Plus, but who knows? But anyway, the Falcons will be in London to play the Jacksonville Jaguars, and the Falcons will be the road team in this game. This will be an interesting game as well because the Jaguars are another team on the rise. We got to face Trevor Lawrence. And so that'll be an interesting game. Now, hang on. Let me get these freaking smudges. Oh my! And that is one thing I hate: is smudges on my glasses. Ugh, can't stand having smudges on my glasses. Now, so then, okay. Week 5 on Sunday, October the 8th at 12 o'clock on Fox. The Falcons will be back at home against the Houston Texans. So we got to face Bryce. Not Bryce. We got to face C.J. Stroud in that game, who went number 2 to the Houston Texans, and obviously, the Texans got a new head coach this year, but the Texans aren't. But the Texans still, even though they got C.J. Stroud and they got Will Anderson from Alabama, the Texans are not expected to do much this year, simply because they still lack a lot of talent on their roster. Now, so we'll see what happens there. So then, week 6, October 15th, 12 o'clock on CBS. Falcons are once again at home against the Washington Commanders. We faced the Commanders last year in Washington and lost, so I'd like to have some payback there. And then, week 7, October 22nd, 12 o'clock on Fox. Falcons go on the road again and face the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the Tom Brady-less Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And so, their quarterback's most likely going to be Baker Mayfield, which unfortunately, the Falcons have faced him once before and lost. It didn't go well. Hopefully it does this year. So then, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In week 8, this is a game I would love to go to. If someone, this is a game I would love to go to if I had a way there. I had a way there. Week 8, October 29th, at 12 o'clock on CBS, the Falcons will play the Tennessee Titans in Nashville. Falcons on the road. And I would love to go to this game because I only live a couple hours away from Nashville. So I would love to go to this game. But couple problems for that. Money and transportation. Now, money wouldn't be as big a problem because David Slitta told me the other day that if he were to go to this game and I were to happen to get a ride to Nashville, he told me he would buy my ticket, which I would appreciate that, man. But the biggest issue that would keep me from this game would be transportation. But nonetheless, I'll be watching this game whether I'm here at home or in attendance. So then week 9, November 5th, 12 o'clock on Fox, Falcons are back at home against the Minnesota Vikings. So that means we got to face Kirk Cousins, who we do have a good history against. And then week 10, Falcons are back on the road. November 12th, 3 o'clock, CBS. Falcons are on the road at the Arizona Cardinals. The Cardinals aren't expected to do much this year, but there's a phrase. Any team can beat any team on any given Sunday. No matter who you play, you cannot take them lightly. Because any team can beat any team on any given Sunday. So then we got our bye week. We got our bye week next. And then our next game is on Thanksgiving weekend. November 26th, 12 o'clock on Fox. Falcons are back at home against the New Orleans Saints. I want this game. Look, I always want to beat the Saints. And it's not just because I don't like the Saints. It's because I can't stand their fans. I hate their fan base. So I want this game. And then, next game, Falcons are back on the road. December the 3rd, 12 o'clock on Fox. The Falcons go on the road to face the New York Jets. We got to play Aaron Rodgers. So that'll be interesting. Then, December the 10th, 12 o'clock on CBS. At home, we face the Buccaneers. And then on December the 17th, time to be determined. Falcons go on the road to face the Panthers. And then on December 24th, Christmas Eve, 12 o'clock on Fox, Falcons are at home against the Indianapolis Colts. So we got to face Anthony Richardson. And then, in week 16, December 31st, New Year's Eve, 12 o'clock on CBS. The Falcons got to go to Chicago to play the Bears. Oh, Oh boy, that's going to be a cold one. That is going to be a cold one. And in the Falcons' history, the Falcons don't have a good history in playing cold weather games, especially up north. And then, Week 18, to end the regular season, January the 7th, time to be determined. The Falcons are on the road in New Orleans playing the Saints. I also want... Look, I want us to beat the Saints every time. Every time. I want us to sweep the Saints every year. So yeah, so that's the schedule. Now, obviously, because I'm a fan, I want the Falcons to win every game. But I have to be realistic. The Falcons are not going to win every game. I know, look, I want them to, but realistically, I know they're not going to. And so, but what I want is the Falcons have got to get back in the playoffs. I don't care if they win the division or if they get in as a wild card. The Falcons need to get back into the playoffs. We have not been to the playoffs in 5 years. And so, and not to mention, apparently the Falcons have the easiest schedule in the entire league. And so that sets up well for them. However, nothing is guaranteed. So Falcons, do what you're supposed to do in the regular season. Win as many games as you can and get back into the playoffs. Please, as a Falcons fan, I need us to get back into the playoffs. I would very much appreciate it. Please, can we please get back into the playoffs? Please. So, anyway, guys, that's gonna do it. This video is already too long. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Hit that like button and notification bell. Share this video and my channel to your social media outlets. Hit me up on Twitter at Dylan Blurton. And yeah. Hope everyone is having a good day. I hope everyone has a good Mother's Day tomorrow. If your mom is still alive, spend some time, go see her, spend some time with her. And if not, then still spend some time with your friends, spend some time with your family. If you have a mother figure in your life, spend some time with her tomorrow. Whether, it could be your biological mom, your stepmom, grandmother, aunt, whatever. If you got a mother figure in your life, spend some time, go see her tomorrow. Spend some time with her. Take her out to eat, whatever. So, but yeah, that's going to do it. That's going to do it for me here, guys. Like I said, y'all have a good rest of your day. Have a good Mother's Day tomorrow. And I'll see you in the next one.